Run it. I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, yeah.
Claressa Shields, the greatest woman fighter of all time, or so she says. Hard to argue when you look at her decorated career. McCaskill, one of the best fighters in the world today, who fights out of St. Louis, Missouri, USA.
Oh, pure bad blood.
The fighters are ready to go. Let's hear the official introductions. We turn it over to the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, and ladies and gentlemen, here is the two-time gold medalist from Flint, Michigan, a three-weight division world champion, and an undisputed women's 154-pound champion of the world, Claressa Shields. Fighting out of the blue corner, and now from Chicago, Illinois, an undisputed welterweight champion of the world, introducing McCaskill.
One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
Words are cheap. It's the action that says it all. We'll find out when the first bell goes.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. And here we go. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. She got hit by a punch. Well done with that counter shot. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your cornerman whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
So far, the offense has been better than the defense. Good counter shot by her. A perfect counter shot. The jab just got blocked. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nice counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Shields in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Just got to keep it. Forget about the round. It was a bad round, but we don't care. Get out there.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. That last round was a debacle. Let's see if she can get things righted here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think, right, concentrate.
clipped by that counter. Right on the button with that left cross. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. She blocks the jab. Nice counter. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Shields in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
You see you're switching off focus, center.
It's a load up. Don't be looking out there for one shot at a time. Set her up.
God, the better boxer. Just get back out there and focus. You bet.
She's ready to go.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter shot. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
A perfect counter lands. Good job defending the jab. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. She wasn't ready for that counter. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. So much firepower here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Shields in that last round. Well, this fight is not going to plan for her. She's got to figure something out. You wonder if her trainer is going to give her some advice here.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Great round. Now relax, relax. Mix it up.
Go this round.
Back at it in round 4. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Good counter shot by her. They both want a knockout, you can tell. Timing beats speed, speed beats power. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself down trying to get that shot, and that's when he catch you.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Good counter shot by her. She blocks that right hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Shields in that last round. Well, the corner can't be happy with the way things are going for her right now.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Get back out there and win.
Okay, Matt, that was a great round. You're fighting smart, you're staying ahead. Great work.
Her round.
Time for the 5th round. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
She catches and counters. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
And that left hook doesn't find its target. Good defense stopping that jab. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Swing and a miss with that jab. Those counter punches have to hurt. The straight right just misses. Good looking hook, but it was blocked. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Shields in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Good work.
And there's the bell to start round 6. She's coming off a fantastic last round. Let's see what she's going to do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think them. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket them.
Nice defense with that jab. That big hook doesn't land. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
She catches and counters. She blocks that jab. Her jab just got blocked. One punch could change everything in this battle. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Shields in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
This round.
Here comes round 7. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Beautiful counter shot. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to fight it somehow.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Didn't land that jab. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one's dare do anything out of turn.
That uppercut's blocked. How about that time counter shot? Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Shields in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance, without a doubt, made look so easy.
Don't forget the jab.
Come on, get back out there. Focus, we've got a minute. Just breathe.
What you want to do. Good work.
And we enter the 8th round. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
McCaskill couldn't take anymore. Wow, let's take another look at that.
Need to see that again. One, two, 3, 4. Give me your glove.
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
We need to turn this around halfway through.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Good counter punching. So close for that uppercut. A perfect counter shot. It looks like she's going to survive the round, but just barely. Let's talk about McCaskill in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
Can make or break a fighter.
Still landing your power shots. Good work. Okay, you're switching off now. I can see you switching off. Right, you've got this.
On the end and what you want to do. Good work.
And we enter the ninth. Well, I think we can all agree that was not the best round for her. Let's see what kind of advice and strategy their corner goes with heading into this next round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Nice counter shot. Straight right, just misses. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Tarts, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there, because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Gut check time. Punch, counter punch. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nice quickness to avoid that punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Shields in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Wow, you know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Let's set her up.
And here comes the 10th round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter shot by her. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to fight.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Some nice exchanges from both women in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Looking to land the hook. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. That counter shot lands. Which fighter will say no mas? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Another win, another unanimous decision victory.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.